What's good, guys? Woo! Prince Sports here, man. As you can see, it's starting to heal up pretty well, man. I'm just coming back to normal a little bit. Now, I want to talk about Russell Westbrook. Excuse me. I want to talk about Russell Westbrook. Sorry, not Westbrook. I don't know why I just said that. But I want to talk about him, and I want to talk about something Chris Broussard said that don't make no sense. What up, Florida boy, aka Zach? Florida boy, you really representing Florida, man. You came from Maine, you went to Florida, you took the city over. Now the city is yours, or the state is yours, so to speak. You know, I don't know why I call him Westbrook. That was a little offensive, so to speak. I wasn't even trying to disrespect the guy like that. I was just trying to talk about basketball. It's the fact that y'all call him that so much, it kind of got stuck on me, you know, and that's the example of how much disrespect this guy has been getting since he joined the Lakers. Now, if he wasn't on the Lakers, he wouldn't been being called Westbrook. He had been called something else, and he wouldn't even been on your mind like that, you know. But the 9-time All-Star, future Hall of Famer, the second player in NBA history to average a triple-double. I mean, Westbrook got a lot of stuff on his table. He got a lot of stuff on his resume, you know. But yeah, I don't see how those two guys are going to get along. They're going to pretend to be friends because Pat Bev and Russell Westbrook do not like each other. There's no buts, ifs about it. They don't like each other. They're not friends. They're not none of that type of stuff. All right. So for them to even fake the funk and pretend to be friends is going to be phony. And we're going to have to put up with that all season long. One got to give. I know Pat Bev is going to come off the bench. That's for sure. Pat Bev is going to come off the bench, you know. But Chris Broussard said something. Okay. Now, I don't listen to these guys in the media too much because they pretty much shoot themselves in the foot a lot. But this is a real shoot in the foot. He says he's writing LeBron James off. LeBron James can't win another championship again. They're not title contenders. But you just said the guy was a top 5 player in the league. So how the fuck is somebody a top 5 player in the league playing with another guy that's considered a top 5 player in the league, not title contenders? Since when? You wasn't saying that when he was averaging 2 games away from being a scoring champion. You guys were sitting there capping for him and saying if their record was better, he'd be MVP. How are you washed if you averaging 30+ points a game? How are you washed if you was borderline low-key an MVP player? Breaking all these records. Washed means you can't do nothing. You can't do something at a high level anymore. Last time I checked, LeBron's stats alone give me valid proof that he's still playing at a high level, right? Even if you don't believe he's playing at a high level, the stats say otherwise. You know? Exactly. So if he's still a top 5 player, he's still an MVP candidate, his team is title contenders because he's playing with another guy that's considered a top 5 player. So if Magic and Kareem on the same team, that's not title contenders? If Michael Jordan and Larry Bird on the same team and they both producing and playing like top 5 players in the league, then guess what? They're title contenders. Thank you. Thank you, Z. So if he's still playing at a high level, I don't care what his age is, he's still going to get treatment like a top 5 player until he declines. Being washed means you can no longer play at a high level. Okay? You could not do what you used to do. Last time I checked, he's still been doing what he used to do. Maybe not to a certain extent on the defensive end, but he's still putting up buckets like an all-star, right? So, nevertheless, they're title contenders. When you add Pat Bev as a role player, you get Russell Westbrook, who averaged 18 a game as your third option. You get a bunch of solid role players with 2 top 5 players, you're a fucking title contender. You know, so you got to make up your mind, media, because if LeBron James is washed, stop saying he's a top 5 player in the league. Stop saying that, oh, LeBron James still got an edge on some of these young boys. Stop it then. That don't make any sense. You got to pick one. But whenever you do this, you get guys like me to correct you. Because if LeBron James is washed, that means those numbers he was producing was empty stats and stat padding. But you don't want to admit that. So you got to go with the other option that he is a top 5 player. The problem with that is when I say he's a top 5 player, he's going to get judged as a top 5 player when he don't make the postseason, when he don't do what he's supposed to be doing as a top 5 player. Then that's when the trouble comes in. So now you shot yourself in the foot twice because you got nothing to lean back on. You currently like saying stuff like, LeBron's past his prime. LeBron don't get it no more. So that means he's a stat padder. You can't have it both ways. It's one or the other. But the thing is, you back yourself into a corner because if he fails as being a top 5 player in the league with another top 5 player in the league when healthy, y'all say Anthony Davis, how could you fail with that? Let the Lakers not make the playoffs. Let the Lakers not make the playoffs this year, and we see what happens. Because if Steph gets number 5, you in trouble. You in trouble. Need to change his roster every single year to do it. Steph don't need multiple all-stars to do it. Right? So continue to shoot yourself in the foot, and I'm going to be there to give you a mirror of a reflection of yourself, because that reflection of yourself will be you moving the goalposts and changing the narrative. I love it when you guys give me ammo to keep lying. Because if LeBron's a top 5 player, I'm going to treat him like a top 5 player. That means when he fails, he's going to get criticism like a top 5 player. That means when he fails to make the postseason, that's a hit on his legacy. You cannot play with another top 5 player, future Hall of Famers, former All-Stars, and not make the fucking postseason. That is a failure. Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing with that too, Zach. So go ahead, say LeBron James is this, LeBron James is that. But when he fails, or if he fails, don't get mad if I criticize him because you say he was a top 5 player in the league. Now, if he's not a top 5 player in the league, then make him top 20. Make him top 25. Then I'll leave him alone. But you keep telling me he's the best player in the game. Some of you still think he's the best player in the game. So if he fails, he's going to get criticism like it. How the fuck you going to not make the postseason and not go to the NBA Finals with another top 5 player when he's healthy? With a future Hall of Famer that's a 9-time All-Star. How the fuck you don't do that? The same thing goes for Russell Westbrook. You got a revenge season. But Westbrook averaged 18 a game as a third option. He's not even a second or first best option on the Lakers. Oh, I'm not hating on nobody. I'm just calling out Chris Broussard and some of these idiots that claim LeBron James is this and that. But if he loses or he comes up short, you're going to make up another excuse and say that the guy is out of his prime and old. So which one is it? Russ needs to make a big comeback. If he shoot 40% from three, I take my hat off to that. I don't know he could do that. You know, shit, I give him props for that. You know, same thing goes for Kevin Durant. You're playing with Kyrie Irving, you're playing with Ben Simmons, and you're playing with Patty Mills and all these solid role players. There's no excuse for you not to fail. You're not a playoff contender. You're a title contender. You can't be the second best player in basketball and not be called a title contender when you're playing with multiple all-stars. What the fuck is this? Zach, you're funny. I don't know why, Zach, that just slipped. I don't know why I said that. I mean, no disrespect to Westbrook, man. I don't know why that slipped. You know? What are we talking about here? Same thing goes for the Clippers. If Kawhi Leonard is a top 5 player in the game, Paul George is a top 10 player in the game, they're title contenders. As long as those two guys are healthy and they're playing on the same damn team with solid role players, they're title contenders. You can't be elite and not could be considered a title contender. Chris Broussard, you making no sense. What the fuck you talking about, man? Wait, we moving goalposts now? LeBron was averaging, what, 29, 30 points a game, something like that? And y'all was saying that he's a low-key MVP, top 5 best player in the game. But if he loses and I judge him as a top 5 player in the game, you tell me he's old and out of his prime. Come on, man. The fuck we talking about? Same thing for Kawhi Leonard. You better get the job done. If you're healthy, you're a top 5 player in the game. Some consider you the best player in the game. You're the last guy to stop Giannis Antetokounmpo, realistically. Then you got to get the job done. If you're healthy, you're playing with Paul George. There's no excuse. You're playing with a team that basically made the playoffs without 2 of their all-stars. So how are you not title contenders? Would have, could have, should have, but he's not MVP now, is he? Yes, the Clippers are title contenders. They better be if Kawhi Leonard's a top 5 player. If Paul George is a top 10 player. Well, you can say that about a lot of people. I could say Kobe should have had more MVPs. Should have, could have, would have, but you don't get them. So that means you wasn't doing enough. Maybe your team wasn't winning enough, or you wasn't closing the deal long enough. But Chris Broussard basically said, you know, LeBron can't close for championships no more. He's not that guy. But you was capping for the guy all season long. You, Kendrick Perkins, talking about this team is going to win 70-plus games. Now, all of a sudden, they're not title contenders because they didn't make the postseason. But they're getting upgrades. They're going to get Buddy Hield probably and Miles Turner if that trade with the Indiana Pacers go through. How the fuck they not title contenders with AD and a bunch of solid, good players? What the fuck we talking about? Would have, should have, could have. If he could have, he would have. LeBron loves stats. If he could have averaged 40, he would have. He dropped the ball on that. I don't know about that because a lot of the right plays cost him games. So-called right plays got him 6 finals losses when he should have been doing other stuff. Yeah, they're both two sides of the same coin. That is true. You know, what are we even talking about? Lakers not title contenders. So if the Lakers not title contenders, you better take them off your top 5. If anybody here don't think that's not true, MJ's way more clutch than LeBron James. Being clutch isn't just hitting the last shot. You know, Michael Jordan barely go to game 7s. That's closing people out. That's clutch. All right. That's taking them out of here. Okay. Anyway, before we even say the Lakers are not title contenders, take LeBron James off your top 5. Take Anthony Davis off your top 5 if he's healthy. Because rather you think Anthony Davis is your top 5 or top 10 when healthy, added with another top 5 player, that's a title contender. That alone. I don't need nothing else. All I need is just those 2 guys to be called title contenders. That's it. I'm going to be here relatively for an hour before I go back to the shop. Well, if there's a caveat to that. Let's put a little asterisk next to that. Octavius, he makes any team a title contender because he's a GM and he brings other superstars. What's good?
How you holding up, bro?
Anybody can make a team a title contender if you add multiple all-stars to it. Well, what is it? What's good? Yo. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. What up?
Oh, it's good, man. Oh, I was checking out the volume or something. Yeah, man. I see you cooking at the. Okay. I see the trolls are coming back out. LeBron to go. I'm like, come on, man. Why can't I let this shit go, man? How's
that boat already said.
It sunk.
That boat already said.
Dog, Steph, you hear what I just said? Steph Curry tied him with 4 championships. What do you call that? How could he be this unstoppable freak of nature when you let another top Hall of Famer get 4 championships tying you under your watch? He beat you on your own game. Oh, you want to play with this guy, that guy? You want to play with the best players, the top elite players? Okay, Curry did the same thing with Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
And he did it without Kevin Durant and tied you with 4. Now you hit a 20th season, and his fans are coming in like, oh, because of his longevity. I'm like, bro, 20 seasons at age 38 competing for your 5th championship? That is not impressive.
Right.
That shit, you should have got your 5 championship when you were like 30 or at least 29 or 30 years old or 31 years old. That shit you do when you're young and your prime. Cap, right? Oh, yeah. Chris Bouchard was arguing with what's it?
You hear all this cap, right?
Yeah.
You hear all this cap, right? The Lakers get revamped. The Lakers get revamped every season, bring in more and more talent. And you telling me they're not title contenders with 2 top 5 players that y'all say are 2 elite superstars. What are we talking about here?
They got 2
elite superstars. How's 2 elite superstars on the same team not a title contender? That don't make no sense.
They got Patrick Beverly, right? The one that's this. I laughed. I was like, hold on, Patrick Beverly out of LA. Like, hold up, that nigga
just a role player though. But
isn't that the same dude that smacked LeBron in the ass and flexed his muscles? And after LeBron and the Lakers lost the game, like, come on, I don't know. It just looks weird. It just looks weird. But yeah, Chris Bouchard was getting emotional when he was arguing with one of the guys.
Look at Art Captain. LeBron is not a better shooter than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is one of the best mid-range shooters of all time.
LeBron's at what, 35?
LeBron's career average for passing is 7 assists per game. He passes in the LeBron system. Michael Jordan is actually a better playmaker than LeBron James because he plays in a basketball system that LeBron James does not play in. LeBron can't even be coached. He just adds multiple superstars to one team. A rebounder, he may be a better rebounder because he's more taller. He plays a different position.
So he plays for a center or power forward. Jordan's a shooting guard. LeBron's a power forward and he plays as a center. So of course he's gonna get the rebounding.
The rebounding is a given, but Michael Jordan is one of the best rebounding shooting guards of all time. So that's impressive for his position.
Listen, this LeBron thing that has to come to a rest. Hakeem Olajuwon got multiple Defensive Player of the Year award. LeBron doesn't even have none of those records. There's so many people I could bring up that has shit over LeBron. It's just not even close. The fact is, he's gonna play in his 20th season, right? And the LeBron fans are like, it's fine, it's okay to compete for his 5th championship. Again, they think that he's gonna play offense and defense for 82 games, which is not gonna happen.
Right.
He's not gonna put his body through that.
G-Money shot blocking, I don't know too much. because Jordan's a better one-on-one defensive player, and Jordan had a move where he would let you go past him, and he'll swipe the ball from behind. If you watch a lot of Jordan's games, you'll see that he does that.
Oh,
LeBron
Jordan got the
James,
steals. Jordan got the steals, the blocks, and the free throws higher. He
yeah.
got all of that over LeBron. You need to go look it up.
Hold on for a minute. LeBron used to do the chase down blocks. He don't do that no more. But Jordan had a defensive move where he would swipe the ball from behind. Jordan's outstandingly a better defensive player than LeBron James.
Kobe Bryant made the 12 all 12 all defensive team. Kobe made his all 12 defensive and 9-time all defensive. So it's like he's not even look. He has a hard time.
He said he like getting me amped up. No, but listen, man.
LeBron had a hard time guarding Kobe Bryant. Had a hard time guarding Kobe.
I give you the passing because LeBron likes passing. I give him a better passer. I give him that. But he's a slightly better passer. For a guy that only averaged 7 assists a game, he's supposed to be a pass-first player. He should be averaging double digits on passing a lot of seasons. More than just one.
Jordan, 200 blocks, 100 steals in the same season? He has that ridiculous record too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So it's not even about that, but I just know that Steph Curry time with 4 championships and it didn't take him 20 seasons.
Right.
And he did it with one team, and Kevin Durant went to him, and he did without Kevin Durant. So this whole thing about him being the best player or this new GOAT, or you got guys like Steph Curry and all these guys winning championships and tying you under your watch, it's just laughable. And you have no three-peats.
And G Money says LeBron
Where's your three-peats?
more versatile. G Money says LeBron is more versatile. A more versatile shot blocker. You could say he's I guess you could say that. I mean, I'm cool with
How is he more versatile shot blocker? What does he do? I watch LeBron games.
Yeah, but I mean, like, who's he actually? Here's the thing: who's he actually stopping? Who does LeBron actually stop?
What's versatile shot blocking they're talking about? Give me something. You cannot just come in and say he's a versatile shot blocker.
Some of the best offensive players, LeBron James has problems with. Actually, the best offensive players in the game, LeBron James has offensive.
I've seen it. Even when he came into the league, when he came into the league, even when he was in Cleveland and Miami, he had issues guarding the best players.
Right. What up? Z, what up? This is Zach from Canada, by the way.
Yo.
Okay.
What up?
I don't know why I can barely hear you guys.
You can barely hear us?
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's probably, I don't know, it's something in the background, like a little echo. Oh, but I guess you had to go bad echo problems with it. Now, competition, that's all subjective. But I would tell you this much. I got to disagree with that a little bit because LeBron played in the Eastern Conference. Competition wasn't much. He had all the best players on his team.
Remember, Jordan and Kobe Bryant beat more 60+ win teams than LeBron. LeBron is 10-9, bro.
And more 51 teams. And more 51 teams.
Yeah, Kobe too. Kobe beat more 51 teams than LeBron. Him and Jordan.
He said LeBron
they'll say these things, and then if you bring up the receipts, they'll just say, "Oh, I think he's better because he does this slightly better. He does stats slightly better."
LeBron liked up D Rose. That's not that impressive. I mean, D Rose is he's a shorter defender. Why couldn't he lock up Jason Terry in 2011 then?
What about the Boston Celtics?
How about that?
What about the Boston Celtics? He had a hard time. What happened in 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011?
How come LeBron locked up Derrick Rose in the same year, but can't lock up Jason Terry in the NBA Finals? That don't make no damn sense.
Yeah.
Don't tell me Jason Terry better than Derrick Rose, because I know Jason Terry ain't better than Derrick Rose.
Man, you seen it, bro. Kevin Durant gave them business in the finals too. Even though he joined Golden State when him and Kevin Durant were one-on-one, Kevin Durant was giving him some business. But Kevin Durant's another one too. Like, he don't get free pass because he's just like, the competition's too much. He wants to go join the best players in the league. then his fans would come in the comment section talking about he the best player. These guys, I'm like, boy, he's the best player, but he went to them. Why is he going
LeBron
to the
James is
top of
not a
these
great.
players?
Oh, let me correct that. LeBron James is not a great all-around player. He's a good all-around player. He's not great, necessarily great at anything. He's good at a bunch of things. It's like Lamar Odom is good at a bunch of things. Not saying that LeBron James and Lamar Odom is the same thing, but being good at something and being great at two particular things is different. Like Michael Jordan is a great defensive player. Michael Jordan is a great scorer. He's still one of the greatest scorers of all time.
Well, he has
Prime
10
for prime.
scoring titles.
Yeah.
He has the most scoring titles in NBA history. He has 10.
Yeah.
LeBron has
Michael
what?
Jordan
Two?
just a flat
One?
out unstoppable force when he was in his
He
prime.
has more than Will Chamberlain.
Oh,
Will
hold on. He
Chamberlain
said he
got
can hear
7
you.
scoring
Let me see if
titles.
Zach can come back in. Hold on. Is Zach, can you hear us?
Yo,
What's up?
you think Westbrook's gonna get traded?
Yeah, I think so. Because, like, why would you keep him on the same team with all of those guys? I mean, well, at least with Pat Bev, because he don't get along. And there's rumors that he's going to get traded for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. I mean,
So
the
do you think
Pacers
the
don't-
Lakers are championship contender with those guys?
Yeah, as long as AD and LeBron on the same team, and they're considered top 5 players in the game when healthy, they're title contenders.
But
And
do you
add
believe
all
they
those
can
other
stay healthy,
pieces,
though?
How is that not a title contender? Because
If they can stay healthy, what if AD
Yeah,
gets hurt again?
I don't know.
What if
I
Anthony
don't
Davis
know.
get hurt again?
No.
Then what? LeBron is going to, LeBron,
Yeah.
if his team ain't moving, he's going to up and quit. He's going to quit if his team ain't doing nothing. He's going to sit his ass on the bench and watch his team get blown out by 20 or by 30.
Octavia said Jordan wouldn't guard young Kobe. Jordan and Kobe went at it for games.
Yo,
Jordan
tell you
and
right
Kobe
now.
went at it during an All-Star game. What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
If
We're
the
talking about
Nets
he
are
wouldn't
fu-
guard young Kobe. Kobe couldn't
I was
even
going
guard
to be afraid
Jordan
of Kobe.
when he was 35 years old.
if
He
the
was
Nets,
going. Another
if
thing
the-
that he doesn't, whatever his name is in the comment section. First of all, Kobe Bryant went to Jordan for all the lessons and all the teachings of basketball. He was going to him. This is facts. Kobe
Right.
said everything that he got it from MJ. So do
Right.
your research, bro.
Wizards Jordan was about 40 years old, bro. That's not even worth talking about.
Oh yeah, when Kobe
No.
dropped 50 on him when he was in the Washington Wizards when he was 40 with the busted knee injuries, with the knees age
Right.
40 or
That
40-year-old
was
Michael
you know what?
Jordan.
You know what happened out of that, right? Michael Jordan told Kobe Bryant, "You can't fool these shoes." So Kobe Bryant said, "Okay, next time I see y'all, I'm gonna drop 50 on y'all." That's where that came from. Jordan
Yeah.
being competitive against Kobe.
Yeah,
That's what
being
that came from.
competitive. It was no hate. It was being competitiveness. And Kobe knew it.
Oh yeah.
yeah, if the Nets are 500 by the trade deadline, they're gonna trade Durant.
Oh, that's a good take. That's a good take. They might just trade him.
Yeah, if they're doing really bad during the trade deadline, they're 100% gonna do it. Because that's a failed experiment. And Kyrie's
Bron
gonna
wasn't
leave
scared
next
of
year.
nobody. LeBron James scared to guard Kevin Durant. He didn't want no piece of Kevin Durant 2 years in the finals.
Yep. You remember that when
In
he went up against
2017, he should have been
KD in
guarding
the
Kevin.
finals. KD was cooking this dude in the finals.
Yeah, and you know what?
I don't think the
2017,
Nets are
they
gonna
both
work
had
out.
big
I don't think Ben Simmons works.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have
Fucking-
to trade. They're gonna have to trade somebody. They're gonna have to trade somebody.
I think the
Man,
Raptors will. I think the Raptors will go for it during the deadline, just like they did with Kawhi. It makes sense.
Right.
Yep.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, the Net, I
No,
have no high hopes for the Nets or the Lakers. I just don't. I really don't. I actually sat down and watched the games. I'm like, these are the guys that their fans is amplifying to be like kumbaya. I actually watched their games. Hardly play no defense. Dudes are giving up. Dudes are quitting. Dudes are hardly doing anything in the game but just, build up our stats. Just focus on offense. Forget our defense. Or let's just stand there. Let's just stand there.
Octavius is saying Clyde Drexler. Michael Jordan was afraid of Clyde Drexler. You mean the same guy he beat in the finals? The same guy that he told you he wanted to prove to the world that there was a difference between him and Clyde Drexler? What are we talking about here, man?
Obviously, the
is this
dude haven't
trade?
done any research. Obviously, he's
Yeah.
not done any research. These are fanboys. It's like, I was just talking. I had a block party today. A couple of cats I was talking to. I think one of the dudes I was talking to didn't even know Jordan's dad was even murdered. He was like, "Really? Jordan's dad was murdered?" I was like, "Yo, you don't know that?" He was like, "Yo, I didn't know that." I said, "That's why Jordan
Damn.
retired the first time because his dad was murdered."
Word. Hell yeah.
Yeah, cats I was
Yo,
talking on
but
the
yo,
block didn't even know this.
Zach does got a point though. If the Nets fail to be above 500, there's gonna be some changes. Because
Mm-hmm.
I think Kevin Durant will ask for another trade again if they can't reach 500. But if they can't reach 500, that's on him. You playing on
Well,
that team too.
look what happened with the Lakers. Remember how they went
Yeah.
Lakers went all the way down to 5. Yo, the Lakers did
So
so bad
Salute. Word.
on the
some
5.
so what's
They
going
just
on?
couldn't give up.
What's going on? Some people say LeBron isn't scared of anybody. Do you guys agree with that? I think they're kind of wrong.
Let's say that again.
Some people say LeBron's an all-time great top 5 player of all time, but some people say
I don't
LeBron
have him top
isn't scared.
5. I don't have him top
Okay,
5.
Top 5,
okay,
top 10. Let's go there. Either or. You can have top
Yo,
5 or top 10.
Miles
either or.
Turner can shoot the three pretty well, right?
Yeah, he's all
Yeah.
right. But when the question I was asking is, some people say LeBron wasn't scared of anybody. Do you guys agree with that?
No, that's stupid. That's stupid. He was afraid of
That's just
Kawhi
wrong or
Leonard.
dumb.
He was afraid.
Uh-huh.
Look, he
LeBron
was
LeBron
was
wasn't
afraid
scared
of
of
afraid of
Kawhi.
Check
nobody,
Game
so
3
why
in
did he leave
2013.
Cleveland?
Yes,
He
the
didn't
Heat
guard
won that
Kevin
series in
Durant.
20. That's a good
Why didn't
point.
he guard
Yes,
Kevin Durant? He shied
exactly.
away from Kevin Durant in
I don't see
2017.
LeBron they'll be locking up playing defense like that if he's not afraid of
Uh-huh.
nobody.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. And also, yes, the Heat won in 2013, but it doesn't change the fact that LeBron. I mean, you can check was not scared of Kawhi. He was. Check Game 3, 2013. I remember a play when LeBron was at the foul line. Kawhi was entering the game. LeBron was like upset.
Right.
You can check.
Nope. The
And
thing
see,
is,
here's the
these
thing
dudes
about
they'll
Kobe.
say all
Here's the
these
thing
things
about
and they
Kobe
act
and
like we're not gonna find the clips and the videos.
Zach. And yo, here's the thing about Kobe and Michael Jordan. Even if they got outplayed or they got crossed up, they came back for more. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They always competed, came back for more. When Gilbert Arenas outplayed Kobe Bryant, okay, let's do this again. Kobe Bryant always answered the challenge. If you outplayed him, fine, but you're gonna have to deal with him for the whole game. He ain't going back down. That's for
Man,
sure.
I've seen some clips that LeBron couldn't hardly even handle older Kobe Bryant. When Kobe Bryant got older. Like prime LeBron had a hard time guarding an old Kobe Bryant. Just
Zach,
looking at
I
all the
watched that
clips.
whole series in 2013. I can tell people just look at numbers. Where's the eye test, man? I mean, in games 1 and 2 and 3, LeBron shot poor from the field. In game 5, he shot poor from the field. In game 4, he played great. I'll give him that. Game 6, he was bad until the fourth quarter. And then the only 2 great games he had in 2013 was games 4 and 7. That's really it, though. And one stretch of game 6. That was it.
Yeah, his free throw percentage
It's
hasn't
not
gone up
just
either.
numbers. It's eye test, though. It's not just numbers. It's eye test.
Remember, his free throw is not great either. They talk about how much of a great shooter he is. This guy could barely shoot free throws, and he's a 76% free throw shooter. It's facts. It's up there.
It's like people just stab people rather than watching the game, though. Even in 2014, if you actually watch 2014, LeBron was not that great in that finals. Let me give you facts, right? Did you know that in the last few games he scored 55 out of his total 85 points when the Heat were down 15 or more in 2014, games 3, 4, and 5?
Oh yeah, he spent a lot of that series stat padding. You know that, right?
Yes, LeBron's great. Don't get me wrong. He's an all-time
I'm not
great.
saying you know me, G Money. I'm not saying he's great, but I'm not saying he's not a great player. I got him in my top 10. My dang is
right.
The facts. He was stat padding a lot in that series. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, are the Knicks gonna get Mitchell or what?
So we got.
I don't know.
Straight up. You think about,
You know Prince wants that, right?
I hope so, but yeah, but it's looking low. I don't think we're gonna get him.
They should just give up RJ Barrett.
No, we should not trade RJ. No.
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 No. We could give. They want mainly draft picks, so just give up that. But see, here's the thing, though. No, we can't land.
Oh,
no free
my
agents.
fault. I mean, before you continue, my fault. I made a mistake. LeBron scored 51 out of his total 81 points in the last 3 games, games 3, 4, and 5, when Miami was down 15 or more
Right. So
in
but
2014. So he was not that great in that series.
yeah, because Kawhi was the X factor in it. That defense really.
I
helped
don't
out.
hate. Where's the hate though? I hate it when people call me a LeBron hater. How am I hating on LeBron? I have him top 5 in my all-time list, but I'm not gonna lie and say he was great in that series in 2014 when I'm giving you the facts.
Exactly.
Like, what do you want me to say? LeBron had no help in 2014 when the factual evidence proved that he still won Game 2 on the road. The fact of the matter is, in games 3, 4, and 5, he was scoring when Miami was getting blown out. That's not hate. That's factual evidence.
Right.
Dude, LeBron
And
broke
that's the same
somebody's
team.
foot.
And that's the same team that beat the San Antonio Spurs the year before in the finals. So
And
it's not
didn't
like
the Mavericks take that Spurs team 7 games, though, in 2014?
exactly.
And as an 8th seed, people don't talk about that.
Exactly.
Yo, LeBron injured somebody in that game, like that number 2 draft pick. The guy's out for the season and shit.
No. I think Shed hurt by himself. No. That's not Shed. He prayers up to Holmgren. Shed Holmgren hurt himself.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, you can watch. He hurt him by himself.
Said LeBron stepped on his foot or some shit.
Word. But yo, G Money, what you think of this Pat Bev to the Lakers thing? And does Russell Westbrook stay? Because you know they don't like each other. We're not gonna sit around and lie and act like they like each other.
I think the Pat Bev thing is good for the Lakers. Good defender can shoot the 3, but Westbrook staying with the Lakers, I just don't think it's going to happen long term. I doubt it. I think he's going to be gone somewhere in the season.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah, kid wants to win.
How you figure those guys playing together though?
I don't know how that's going to work though. Russ wants the ball to be effective. Pat Bev wants the ball to be effective. They both gain each other's skin. We're talking about the same Pat Beverly. That torn.
Beverly
Russ
can be a
meniscus.
3-point shooter on the corners.
That's true. He can shoot 3s. Yeah.
Yeah, you muted yourself. I don't know if you did that on purpose, just to let you know.
Yo, but here's what the Knicks offered the Utah Jazz: Fournier, Obi Toppin, and like 8 draft picks. But the Utah wants unprotected picks.
I don't like all those. I don't like all those draft picks being gone because we can't land top free agents in New York for some reason. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Donovan Mitchell is worth all those draft picks. That's potential a lot of all-stars. You don't know who those guys going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Salute, kid.
What up? What up?
Okay, by your logic, Octavius.
Hey,
okay, let's use the logic. Kawhi cooked LeBron. KD cooked LeBron. Iggy cooked LeBron. I'm just using his logic against him. Can I keep going, man? I mean, Devin Booker cooked LeBron.
Don't even feed into that, G.
Hey, man.
Yo, Kid Truck. What up?
Yo, salute, man. God bless everyone in the chat,
Jason
man.
Terry cooked LeBron.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, man. Russell Westbrook, good morning. And good morning, because you're gonna be a Laker.
How's it hat mode when I watched the whole game, man? I watched the whole game, man.
Lakers fans were saying it, huh? Yeah.
Kid Trunks, he playing with his nemesis. You know him, and you don't even like Pat Bev.
That's how desperate LeBron wanted to get. He petty. I'll give him that.
I'm back on. This is good, bro. I'm laughing at that. I'm listening to y'all. Go, yeah. Pat Beverly smacked him in the ass, bro. Flexed his muscles. Now he's joining you. I don't know, man.
Goodness. Yo, Prince.
What up?
Yo, son. I forgot what I was about to say, man. But
Octavius losing the argument badly, man.
I remember about
the argument badly.
Yeah, about the Pat Bev situation. Man, they got, he's gonna bring some defensive awareness and also, defense and for the team and stuff like that. But still, at the same time, I don't know how you're gonna fit him in. Like, you gonna start him? I guess you have no choice to kind of start him because he's a pretty good defender here and there. So, but
Wait,
still, I
start
still
Pat
got.
Bev?
I don't know. That what they said. That what people. That what they said.
Dude, the
That was-
Lakers could have got Kyle Lowry last
They
year,
can put
but
him
they
in the
didn't want to
bench.
give THT.
But still, Prince, I still don't have this team going to the playoffs or being a top
Still,
8 seed.
mad
A
people
top
say that. It's Lakers and Nets,
How
like you
could they
said. It
not?
Lakers ain't
Hold on,
going nowhere.
let me answer this question for Kid Trunks. How could they not? If LeBron's a top 5 player in the league, if Anthony Davis is a top 5 player in the league, or
The
top
LeBron
10
not
glass
top 5
body of
player in the league.
AD.
hold on,
Who
Paul
said that?
George was cooking LeBron at times in
Who said that? Who
2013.
said that?
Hold
Who
on,
said
hold on.
LeBron?
Let me finish this. If Anthony Davis is either a top 5 for most people or a top 10 player in the league when healthy, and LeBron James is a top 5 player, that's 2 elite players on one team with solid role players. And Westbrook, he's their third option, averaging 18 a game with Pat Bev and good role players. How are they not title contenders or even
Hey,
playoff?
Russell Westbrook getting you triple doubles, right? I mean, a lot of LeBron fans want to bring up the stats and numbers. I mean, is it really
Let me
amount
say
to
something,
winning?
man. Listen,
Is it
they'll
amount
go
to
to the
winning?
playoffs. Hold on, they'll go to the playoffs if the team is healthy, and if a big if they put Russ on the bench
AD's going
or
down,
do a
bro.
John
But you
Wall.
can't
or do-
start now. You can't start Pat Bev, man. That's not him. I wouldn't start Pat Bev.
LeBron should get revenge on him. So this dude smacked you in your ass and flexed his muscles after they beat you in that game, bro.
Hmm.
LeBron should just go to take this dude out
Hey,
one on
Bruce, how
one,
you feel
man.
about this Patrick Beverly trade? How you feel about it?
Well, I mean, I think he's good for the Lakers on a role player aspect. I said that's what they should have done. Instead of looking for superstars, just get some role players. You could
They
have
can't
probably
build. They can't build a young talent. They have to get all the All Stars and Hall of Famers who are aging, who are getting older. So that's just proof that you're not confident that you could do it.
Hmm. So yeah,
The
man.
same thing with KD. He saw KD was about to leave, and he saw all the shit with the media and the fans calling him a role
Tavius,
player
you're
and all that.
lying, man. You're lying. KD cooked LeBron. Kawhi cooked LeBron in 2014, especially the last 3 games. Paul George at times in 2013 was cooking LeBron. Dirk Nowitzki cooked LeBron 2011. Can I keep going,
Jason
man?
Terry
I
cooked
mean,
LeBron.
Yo,
I know
man,
that.
Jason
yo, he got
Terry,
swept twice in the
Devin
finals,
Booker,
bro. How you get
Jake
swept twice in the
Crowder in
finals?
2021 in games 4, 5, and 6. I mean, come on. Let's not
Got
lie.
swept twice in the finals
Hedo
in the biggest
Turkoglu,
stage,
Rashard
bro.
Lewis. Let's not lie, man. Ray Allen, Paul Pierce. Come on.
You know what? If that
Well,
is the case, if that
Chauncey
is the
yo,
Billups,
case,
Kid
Kid Trunks.
Wallace,
Let me ask this
Rip
question to Kid
Hamilton.
Trunks. Is the Clippers title contenders?
How's
Yes.
Kawhi Joe for LeBron? You just sound
Okay.
stupid,
Now
man.
look at the
What?
Clippers compared to the Lakers. Look at the
How's
Clippers
KD?
compared to the. Hold on for a minute,
Sorry.
G-Man. Look at the
Okay.
Clippers compared to the Lakers. The Clippers got 2 superstars, right? The Lakers got 2 superstars, and then they got just a bunch of role players. And the
Yup.
Lakers are getting
But
getting role
Prince,
players just
that's
as well.
facts. And they
But
made it
Prince,
to a
but-
player tournament without their 2 All-Stars that was injured, the 2
hold on,
main
can I say
players.
something?
Right.
But Prince,
And he had a
but when,
500 record. Or above 500 too. Won 42 games.
Right.
And led the
but,
NBA in the most double-digit comebacks in the NBA. And led the
but
NBA in most 20-point comebacks.
According to the
Performed at 3
LeBron fans, he was the only one that was hurt. LeBron and AD were the only ones that was injured. We're the only.
Okay, yo, that Kid Trunks friend is saying what he was gonna say. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Kid.
but Prince, and everyone in the chat and the panel, you do have to admit that when Kawhi and Paul George are on the court,
Right.
they contenders, man. They are successful.
Oh,
What
facts. They're
happened when
done. They're done.
they're dominant, man? Don't get me wrong, AD and LeBron, they were dominant, but as we see, AD keeps declining as a player. Probably
He's
this
in his
We
season.
don't know that.
prime.
So, yeah,
Hold
the
up.
biggest
AD's
thing is
28 years old and he's
Put a pause
declining.
on
You
that.
just proved my point
numbers
about
are
That's the
good.
biggest
Am I
aging.
wrong?
thing.
Am I
Guys,
lying? Am I
Prince
lying?
Left off. No,
Am I
I agree.
lying?
I
Put a
agree.
pause on that. Put a
Can-
pause on that. Because
But
AD
hold on.
played 40 plus. AD played 40 plus games, averaging 25 and 10. That is not decline. That's
This season? I'm talking about this
He
season.
was
Last
bad
season.
last year. Prince.
Oh,
Hey, Prince, can I give you facts, man? 80 shot
Go ahead.
39% in the mid-range last year. 80 shot
I know
39%
that.
in mid-range.
I
And
know that.
under
I know
20%
that.
from free. He was bad last year. Y'all
I
watched the
know that,
game.
but he's still. I know that, but look at it like this though. He's still putting up these numbers that proclaim him to be still good. Even though he had an off season, fine, I give you that. But at the same time, AD is still AD. It's Anthony Davis we talking about. We're not talking about some guy that's a bench player. We're talking about
Right.
a prolific.
He's a great player. Yeah.
All-Star,
Yeah, so
Hall of
let's
Famer, top
not
75.
let's not disrespect AD because the Lakers said they're going to run offense to him. He's their number one option this season. And last time they did
Right.
that, they won a championship. Did they
Well,
not?
he's in a decline at 28 years old, but his body just can't take hits. Point blank, period. He's going to get hurt. Watch a dude's elbow, give him a little tap on the shoulder, or they step on his toes. He's going to fall like a damn giant and be out for missing like 30 freaking games.
Listen.
It's going to happen. It's
Now,
going to
listen.
happen. And
Hey,
he's in his
listen.
prime to make it worse. You're
Listen,
28
listen.
years old.
Let me say this. Listen, this season, this year, he has a chance to prove me wrong. That's all. Let me say that he has a chance to prove everyone, the whole world, the whole NBA
Okay,
world.
but my thing is, Kid Trunks, if he does, why would you be surprised that Anthony Davis is playing at a high level and it's Anthony Davis?
Because he
He's
did it for 2 years. That surprised me when it was only
He's an
average like 20
all-time great,
points.
though. Without him, the Lakers don't even win a championship. He's an
I agree.
all-time great.
I don't trust AD,
80's
bro.
29.
He's
by the
gonna
way.
get hurt.
Yo,
He-
Jay,
if he
80's
falls,
29. By the way. By the way,
Huh?
80's 29. By the way.
Okay.
all right now,
Yes.
and it's still in his prime, and this dude cannot even. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh, and these dudes hyped up AD like he's just like they act like AD's Shaquille
Yeah.
O'Neal or something, and he's not.
That's pure disrespectful. If people comparing to Shaq, that's pure disrespectful.
That dude
Make
act like
Yo,
AD's
Joel
like,
Embiid. That's
Yo, G Money,
disrespectful.
though. G Money,
Yeah.
what is AD to you? What is AD to you if he's fully healthy?
If he's fully healthy, he's a top 5 to top 10 player right now. Just right
Okay,
now.
thank you.
I-
Thank you. You're proving my
Right.
point. So thank you. I'm glad you said that because if he is playing like that with LeBron, who you say is a top 5 player in the league, and they got all
Yeah.
these good role players around them, how are they not title contenders?
well, LeBron's gonna need what Giannis to join him. He's gonna need
I
Klay
think they
Thompson.
need more
You got
depth.
DJ
I don't like the depth of the bench. I don't like the depth of the bench. They have the star power, but I don't like their depth of the bench. I mean, Lonnie Walker, Toscano, really?
How much superstars do you need? That's all I know.
No, I'm
I
not
was-
saying they need more. No. I'm not saying they need more superstars. I'm saying they need a few more shot creators off the bench and another rim protector. That's what they need.
Oh man, because you're gonna be going up against the Nuggets. You're gonna be going against the Memphis.
That's why I
Heat.
said the Lakers probably not gonna be a top 8 seed.
Oh boy,
You
these
can- the
young
more I
dudes,
thought
these
about it, kid,
27-year-olds.
You might be right, kid. The more I thought about it, kid, I'm sorry for doubting you. You might be right because you gotta look at the
Okay,
West.
so
I
look,
mean,
if the Lakers can't be a top team in the West, but you say LeBron's a top 5 player in the league, you're gonna have to take.
I
him
never
off
said
that
no,
top
not
five.
this season. Not this season. No, he not. Not this season.
Right.
Giannis is
If
better than
LeBron
him.
get
KD.
if LeBron getting busy, averaging 28, and y'all say he an MVP candidate, he's a top 5 player in the league. He better make that team to the playoffs.
Well, they
Who
did
said
say he was
I agree with
MVP
that.
candidate. They
I
said
agree
that
with
too
that.
before that whole disaster. He was MVP candidate. Remember, they said he was going to be MVP
Who said
candidate.
that? Who said that?
Who else? The fans before that whole. Yeah, well, the whole thing when he didn't make the playing tournament, before the whole playing tournament situation, they'll say he's top MVP, including the media too. Because
Oh, come on,
if they trade Westbrook, the Lakers would be in the playoffs. If they trade Westbrook for
Boy, they
Hield
put him
and
in the
Turner.
bench.
I don't know that. I don't know that. I have
No,
to see that.
No. I'm saying
Listen,
if they
money,
trade
money.
Westbrook, for
So you think about you? So you said they trade Westbrook, they'll at least make it to a playing tournament. You believe
at
that?
least playing turn. I can agree with that. It depends what they get from him. If they can get Hield and Turner, I think it could be a playoff team.
Well,
I'm
I
not
can't wait
saying
to.
they won't win a title. Let's be honest, but it'll be a playoff team.
G Money, can I say something real fast? Listen.
Go ahead, man. I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
I just don't think they need a bench Russ. They also need some decent role players. These role players they just signed and they have on a team. They're not that great. They're not really going to
Mediocre.
contribute that much for the team. Yeah. And
Yeah.
let me say why this team won't be a top 8 seed, or probably even make it to the playoffs. Let me say why. Listen, you got the Suns, you got the Grizzlies,
That's
you got the Warriors,
2,
you
3.
got the
Bucks.
Mavericks, you got
4.
the Jazz, you got the
No,
Nuggets.
the Lakers are better than the Jazz. Come on, Lakers are better than the Jazz. Mitchell will be gone. So watch.
Okay. The Nuggets, Timberwolves,
5, 6,
Pelicans,
7, Clippers,
Clippers.
8. You said Grizzlies, right?
Yeah.
And you think that they're gonna
Okay.
play 82? You think they're gonna play 82 games?
Well, you know
Offense
what?
and
I'll say it.
defense.
I think the Trailblazers
Offense
gonna be
and
better than the Lakers.
defense.
You got to
Okay.
put the Trailblazers
All right.
up there, in my
If
opinion.
this happens, if the Lakers don't make it,
Maybe.
yo,
I
They
got.
got better role
if-
players.
yo,
I
if
don't
the
like
Lakers
your
don't make
depth,
this
man.
postseason, if the Lakers don't make this postseason, y'all better not say LeBron James the top 5 player in the game. I don't
He's
want
I
not.
can agree with that.
Nah.
I can agree
You're
with
gonna
that.
hear. You're gonna hear. He's the goat.
I can agree with
He the
that.
goat. He the goat. He the goat. Yeah,
Hey,
they're
G-Money.
losing, but he the goat.
G-Money.
I agree with that.
G-Money.
If they don't make the
G-Money. I gotta.
Yeah.
Do you know Ghost Town?
Yeah, I know Ghost Town, yeah.
Oh, he's a bit. I know who that is.
What on Mookie on Ticket and also Mookie's channel and Showtime? Yeah.
Yeah.
He cast
Oh.
LeBron the hardest. Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
He's a
He's like
LeBron
Nick Wright.
apologist. He's LeBron apologist.
Oh,
He
come
said
on,
so.
man.
He said.
Come on, LeBron.
He said. What about? He said. What about Russell Westbrook? What about Russell Westbrook?
No. Brooklyn's making the playoffs at
Guys,
least.
I try to do his
No,
voice. I try to
Brooklyn
do
when
his
healthy's
voice.
making the playoffs. Come on, TJ. Brooklyn's making the playoffs fully healthy. Yeah.
Brooke is making it. You think Kevin Durant
They're
can
making the
pull it
playoffs fully
off?
healthy.
No, I try
Kevin
to do his
Durant,
voice.
Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving.
What's it called?
They
What's
can,
it called?
they can get to the playoffs at
All
least.
I know, if both of them make it, if KD and LeBron don't make it to the damn play-in tournament, oh my God, their legacy is gonna take 10 times more of a bigger blow.
They got to make the playoffs. Not just that. They got to make the playoffs, not just play in. Playoffs.
So what if they don't make it
They
again?
can't
What's
be
the
watching
excuse?
No, the Lakers cannot be watching The Price is Right after April 9th. They can't be doing that, man. They can't be watching. They can't be watching. Family Feud on April 15 and 16. They can't do that, man. They gotta be playing in the postseason.
Or the
Hey,
only
I
option.
bet you Russ gonna stay with the Lakers this whole season. Watch.
That
Yeah, to
happens,
go-
they're not making the playoffs.
Man, and that,
Westbrook
guess
is
who's
a-
gonna?
Yeah.
They're gonna put the blame on him again, and they're gonna say, "Well, LeBron is out of his prime and he's old." It's just too predictable. It's too predictable. Because Nick Wright, all of them was saying it. So, well, LeBron's out of his prime. He's old. He's not the same no more.
Look,
Facts.
they're gonna be saying they're gonna be saying he's out of his prime, but the guy be probably averaging 20
No, that's
plus
kind of
points,
true though,
shooting
Prince.
50%
We got.
from the field.
They said he's out of his prime.
Prince,
That's
let
it.
me
It's
see
out of your
something. Let me see something to add on that. Listen,
What?
LeBron cannot lead a team of a group of role players by his own no more, bro. Them days are over. He
I
Cleveland,
can't,
agree.
yeah.
I agree.
he can't do that
I
no
agree.
more. He's not, bro. He's not taking this team to the playoffs, bro. He's even averaging 30 points or 28 or 29, 27 points.
I can agree. The West is better. Yeah.
Yeah, and the West is better. Yeah.
Yeah, LeBron
And
not
who
doing
knows
no.
what
I
he
told
can
you
improve
that he's
into.
not. I told you so.
Right.
LeBron's like we play defense like that. It's just not gonna happen. He gonna focus on his offense and see if he could break Kareem's record or something.
Yeah, that going the NBA is gonna try to feed off that with media purposes. He broke the LeBron James broke the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar record. I'm not gonna be mad
Yeah.
at it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, listen,
Sure, that
Giannis
would be
broke.
fun to watch, though. That would be fun watching LeBron break the
Listen.
record. Sadly, when I make the playoffs, kind of constructed.
Dog,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
broke. Listen, LeBron was breaking statistical records, and we saw it. And what happened to the Lakers? They were losing and
They
losing.
lost to the,
And
they lost to the
losing.
Wizards, man. Come on, man. They lost to the Wizards. They lost to the Kings.
Remember the
They
17
almost lost
G
to the
Money.
Pistons. Yeah.
Remember the 17 minus? And the Lakers with the 17. I think it was against the Bulls. 17 minus? I was like, what?
That's crazy. They also lost to the Rockets. I mean, come on, man. I mean,
Yeah, he breaking the records, right? The Bron fans will run to the records, but it's not impacting on winning whatsoever.
Oh yeah.
Nah, bro. Like I'm saying, it's
Yeah, you know, Russell Westbrook got triple double, man. I'm telling you, Trunks, you guys triple double, man.
oh yeah,
No
man.
matter
Where
the
the West
losing.
fans at, bro? Because your boy LeBron wanted him and AD. Now they turn their back. Man,
let's be honest.
Yo,
The Lakers are
you
the worst super team in NBA history. This team just doesn't fit, though. They lack depth, man. I mean,
Listen,
they need more
Look
meat
at-
on the bones. The Lakers need more meat on the bones. They need more depth.
Look at this. Look what James Harden did. He quit and left the Nets. He didn't
Yep.
want to stay with all that drama. He said, "You know what? I'm out. Trade me. I'm out." And we all thought, I thought too, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving was going to get further, but we had no idea where they were going to get swept.
They got swept by those hungry leprechauns from Beantown.
And I didn't see that coming. To be honest with you, I did
Me
not
neither.
see that coming.
I had
Nobody
the
saw
Nets
that
winning
coming.
that season. I agree. I had the Nets winning that season. I was, in my opinion, was wrong. I thought the Nets were, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I thought the Nets was going to figure it out. It probably would have been, I'm guessing, 4-3, right? At least 4-3.
Yeah, something like that. At least that.
But
They got the Celtics swept them with the broom. Literally. Yep.
and it just mentally collapsed in KD on the court, and KD got thrown off his game. I was like, yo, he didn't win one game.
And here's
Hey,
what's
I got a
crazy.
question.
Look at the games in that series, right? Brooklyn was up 17
Ooh,
in
yo,
game
Ryan.
one. So
Yo, Ryan
game
says
two,
James
sorry.
Harden is a role player at this point. Y'all agree?
Nah, I mean, he a decent third player. Like third,
He still could be an
third-
all-star when healthy. He's still an all-star caliber player.
he could be a third star, a good third star.
He's not a role player yet. If he looks like trash this season, maybe, but I think he's still an all-star. I think he still give you
Prince,
20-10.
Yeah.
Yo, Prince.
That's what he gave you this season, right? 22 and 10.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just-
hey,
That's
Prince.
all-star.
That's still all-star.
Hey,
He's
Prince.
still an all-star, yeah.
Yo, Prince. I don't want to get off topic, but you seen Capitol Records signing the FNM Mecca, the freaking AI robot as a rapper?
Nah. Well, who's that?
Oh my
What?
goodness, yo! I told you, Prince. I told you, bro. Rap and hip hop is seen as a joke, bro. It's over for rap,
Oh my
bro.
god.
Like, you gotta look it up.
hip-hop is.
You gotta
Oh,
look
the
it up.
mumble
I
rappers?
look it up.
Yeah, the mumble rappers? No, forget it, bro. That's what we
No,
got.
no,
The
no, no,
mumble
no,
rappers.
no. It's the AI. It's like a computer. It's an
Oh,
avatar.
okay. Oh, yeah. I seen that joint. Oh, yeah. I seen that joint. Of course, it was a lot of backlash too. I saw they were talking about it,
Yeah.
hip hop DX, some shit. That
Yeah.
well,
But Prince, I'm gonna get back on the sports topic because I don't want to get off. You know, you should do down your hip hop channel or whatever it's called. But back,
I'm
but
on
like,
X.
how far
Vince
you guys?
Simmons, man.
Yeah, Ben Simmons gotta do something, bro.
Word.
Brooklyn
Yeah,
got
right. And I want to add something to the Celtics Nets series we saw last year. The Nets were up 17 in game 2, choked. Game 1 were up 5 late, choked. Game 4 they never led. Game 3 they lost by 6. And KD only took one shot in the fourth quarter. He took one more shot than Barney in the fourth quarter. Come on, man. In game 3.
Listen, all I know, like Prince made that video a while back. Who's gonna take the bigger hit? Is it KD or is it LeBron? You're gonna see
LeBron.
by next year. Who's gonna take the biggest hit?
LeBron.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know, but they both
But
got to be
he got a
successful.
better. At least he got a better.
Prince made a video on that a while back. Cause I mean, Prince was trying to figure out who got the bigger hit. Who's gonna take the bigger hit? He said one got swept, one didn't make it to play in tournament.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is
The
gonna be
NBA
crazy.
has to
It'll be
fix
crazy
this
year
playing
for both.
tournament, man. The NBA has to fix this stupid playing tournament. What? You
I
have
hate
82 games.
I hate
If
the
you
playing
can't get,
tournament. I hate it.
I mean, if you're the Cavs and the Clippers, you can't stand that shit. If you're Cleveland or LA last year, you hated that shit. Y'all should have been in the playoffs last year. If you're Golden
I
State
know.
2021, you hated that shit too. Imagine if we had the Warriors in the playoffs against the Jazz. Imagine the Cavs and Clippers were in the playoffs last year. Those series could have been fun, man. The play-in, look, if you really think about it, the regular season's kind of like an 82-game play-in tournament because you had 82 games to play yourself to the top 8. If you can't do that, why do you deserve 2 more chances to get into the
Fact.
playoffs? That's not fair,
Hey,
man.
Prince, hey, G Money, I think they should do it like this. If you're not a top 1 through 8 seed, then the other seeds below, like 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever, they should fight.
You're
They
done.
should fight for that 9th seed.
Yeah,
They
the
should
Nets was what, the 9th seed the last time I checked?
No,
No, 7 seed, 7 seed. They're
The 7?
7.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah,
Lakers.
they
Yo,
beat the
G-Money.
Cavs in the play-in. Yeah?
Yo, G Money, TJ Gaming, he asked me a question about the Suns, but I think this would be more good for you. What do you see the expectations for the Suns this season?
That's a solid team.
Top four seed in the West, losing the second round more than likely. I thought this team would win a title last year. Man, I had an egg to my face. I was emphatically wrong. At best, Phoenix is gonna be a top four seed in the West and shit their pants again. Unless this team makes a big move or something, this team's not going back to the finals. And if they were to get back there, they're not beating the Eastern Conference. It's too strong.
Yeah, they're not gonna get the same record too.
Nah, I agree with that. They're not winning 64 games next year. The league is too better. The league will get better though. And if the Suns somehow were to win the West, which I don't think they will at this point, they're not beating Milwaukee, Boston, Philly, Miami, Brooklyn. They're not doing that.
So what about Chris Paul? They will talk about LeBron is old. What about Chris Paul? He's old too.
I agree.
That's
CP3.
true.
I agree. CP3. Look, he's a top 10 point guard of all time. But my problem with Chris Paul, the dude wears his pants in the biggest moments in the playoffs constantly. Like, to the life of me, 5 blown 2-0 series leads, including a 3-2 lead last year. You blew. Come on, dog. Against Milwaukee, you up 2-0 and blew 4 games in a row. Come on, man. 2013 up 2-0 in that series, lose that. I mean, 2014 in Game 5, you up 7 with 49 seconds to go and lose. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a question for Kid Trump. Who's that in your profile pic? Is that a guy kicking the girl?
No, look a little closer. Look a little closer.
That look like Rajon Rondo, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Am I right?
Yeah, that's
my
what
God.
John.
Oh, wow.
2019 losing to an injured Warriors team. Come on, man. I think to me best chance. To me, CP3's best chance to win the chip was 2021. You could argue last year, but 2021 was his best chance.
The Suns have a chance. I don't know. I think the Suns may have a chance more than.
They have a chance now. They still have a chance now. I just don't love their chances. You know.
Okay, so what about the Joker?
If Denver is fully healthy, they could be in the NBA Finals. If the Nuggets can get MPJ and Murray back and get all the 3 Musketeers with the Joker, Michael Porter, and Murray back at full strength, locked and loaded, and they could be in the NBA Finals next year. I'm not saying they will, but they have a great chance.
And the competition is there, man. I just don't see the. I don't know. I don't see the Nets and Lakers just going to 82 games, bro. I don't know, man.
I mean, Ryan, I agree with you, Ryan. I love CP3 too, but I can't defend him. Nah.
The Nets got a good team, man. I ain't gonna lie.
This is why I like you guys, because you're able to tell the truth. You can say, hey, I'm a fan of this guy, but I got to keep it real. That's all I'm
Listen.
I'll
put this.
I don't care if you're
2008, almost forgot. 2008, you're up 2 on the Spurs and lost. Chris Paul with the Hornets. Come on, man.
Look, all of the best players lost to the best teams, but not like that in the biggest stage in the finals that we've seen all the other guys.
Man.
And the Dallas Mavericks, they're gonna come back. Oh yeah, they're gonna come back.
I think they'll take a step back in the regular season, but playoffs they will be a tough out.
Because the way they played, bro, they were giving some serious competition, man.
Yeah, they can stroke it for 3 and play some good D. They just need a rim protector.
That's a bad.
He's a bad dog, man. They need a rim protector, and also. The thing the Mavs need, they need a rim protector, another microwave bench scorer, and also Luka had an awesome playoff run. My only thing I want him to work on is durability sometimes because he could get injury prone here and there, and also the fact that he needs to work on his 3-point shot. Yes, he has the deadly step back 3, but he is hot and cold from there sometimes.
Yeah, no, because we're in an era where everybody wants to shoot threes.
And work on free throws too.
Free throws. Like, where's your mid range? Where's your fadeaway? Where's your post up? Like these dudes hardly do that anymore.
What you mean?
No, Luka. Not Luka. I'm talking about everyone else. I'm talking about the others that we watching. I'm talking about the others. Because the others is like we saw with Boston, and all, I'm like, hold on, all they have to want to shoot threes all day, man. Like this is a 3-point contest.
I don't get it. Game 4 is when the Celtics lost the series. Yeah,
don't forget about that guy.
I mean,
Game 4 is when the Celtics lost to the Warriors. You can check the fourth quarter of Game 4, right? You're up by a hand. You're up by 5, and you want to shoot a bunch of dumbass, stupid threes. That's just stupid. Why not just go to the low block? Get
See,
Al Horford
Miami.
from Jams.
See,
Get
Jimmy
Time
Butler didn't
Lord
do
from
that.
Dunk.
The Miami didn't do that. They mixed it up. They went out just kept jacking up threes and all that.
Yeah. And
Miami
speaking of the
didn't do
Heat,
that.
how good do you think? Sorry. Speaking of the Heat, how good do you think the Heat will be? You think they're going to be title contenders this year? The Heat?
Possibility. It could be. I think so. They could probably pull it off if they could just
They're gonna be a
build
good
it.
team in the East.
True. What do you think, kid?
I
Do you
don't know
think the
about
Heat
them
could
winning
be
it all.
title contenders? I mean, they could, but do you think they would be title contenders, kid?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
probably.
they were Jimmy Butler 3 away of going to the NBA Finals, and who knows what could have happened in the finals.
Oh,
Yeah, Jimmy Butler did pretty good though. I'm not gonna lie.
He tried. He tried his best. He tried.
Yeah, he tried
tried
his
his best.
best, but you
And
know,
that's
if he
all
was,
you can ask for. You know, if you fail, you fail, but at least try. Don't
He
pass
went
up
out
the
swinging.
shot. Just do what you
The,
gotta do.
the,
He went out
he
swinging.
went out swinging.
That's what I like.
The only criticism I had with Butler is the batch 3 he took at the end. But other than that, he did what he could, scoring the paint, drives, playing so hard nosed D. They just needed another rim protector off the bench. They just needed They needed Tyler Hero to be healthy. They needed Kyle Lowry, Robinson, Strus, Oladipo to be consistent. They needed Bam to play like a man, not play like a pussy in that series. Like they just needed him to be more aggressive. Yeah.
see, what about the Knicks? We talking about Miami. Is anything gonna happen with the Knicks, man? No hope, man.
I
Got no
don't
people to
know,
ask
man.
about.
I don't know at this point, man.
The Knicks
I'm
better
As long as
do.
we don't give up,
Ah.
long as we don't give up too much draft picks, I'd be good. You know,
Uh-huh.
if we got to give up,
Yeah,
some,
New York, man.
then
I
go.
don't know about New York, man. Like,
New York underachieved last year. Yeah.
man, and KD and the Nets completely blew it for New York, man. I don't know. Like, they just completely
Yo,
could have
T-Man, I
built.
got a question for you though. Since we Knicks
Yeah.
fans, do we really want to build a team around Donovan Mitchell though?
it could probably
though.
work.
I still think we could. If you just I think
As a
we
first
could.
option?
I'm 50-50 on that. I'm 50-50. I want to get Spider, but if you get Spider, I also want another star and maybe a few more pieces. So I'm 50-50 on him being the number 1.
Yeah, that's why I'm stuck. You know, because I don't know if I really want him on a team at the expense of taking everybody off our team already. I mean, what's the point of adding
Good
him
point.
if we don't got good pieces with him?
That's a good point, though. You don't want to
Right.
blow up your whole team and get nothing. I mean, Mitchell's
Uh-huh.
great, but you don't want to blow up your whole team and then you don't have depth. That's a good point.
So they should
Right.
put Pat Beverly in the Knicks or something, or get Russell Westbrook on the Knicks. So they can
I
figure it
love Russ.
out.
You think we should get Westbrook, P? If they were, you think we should get Westbrook, P? The Knicks?
I mean, Westbrook could be good for the Knicks just because he's a solo guy and he could have the ball in his hands all the time. But we won't get
True.
nowhere with Westbrook. He
And
has
the
At best,
good
we're a
person-
playoff team at best. At best, we're a
Yeah.
playoff team at best.
Yeah, because the Knicks are, I mean, after all this time, man, like Knicks would have been figured out a way to at least, be championship contenders for crying out loud, man.
2013 was our best chance.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well, who y'all
2013,
talking about?
the Knicks.
As far as
Oh, the
winning the
Knicks?
title, 2013 was our best chance.
Oh, yeah.
I won't go that far. Y'all go further back though.
What year do you think was our best chance to win a title?
Against the Rockets.
94. You can make a case, yeah.
Yeah, because Jordan was retired, remember? So they had everybody had a chance. Yes, we could finally have a chance to win. He's gone.
Took advantage
He's
of that chance.
gone. That's what
And the
Hey,
team,
happened,
that's
bro.
crazy. Hey, that's crazy. That's how great Michael Jordan won. So when he retired, that was the only chance the other teams could win. Ain't that crazy? You got these LeBron
technically,
fans.
Jordan
Hold
came
on,
back in
man, hold on.
95. And
You
Yeah.
got these LeBron fans who be like, oh, there was no talent back in the day, like that fucking punk son of a ghost town. Oh, back in the day, LeBron ain't playing against no real talent. But I mean, Michael Jordan was in the GOAT. He was in the GOAT. No, that's how we talk.
I mean,
That's
I look at both sides. Yes, not Jordan retiring did open the door in 94, but to be fair, he did come back in 95 and the Bulls did lose to the Magic. I can't just
Yeah.
ignore
He
that.
only
Though.
played like 18
Yeah, they
games.
lost.
G-Money.
Yeah,
He
but
was
I
playing 18
understand
games.
that, but he still was giving you like 25, 30 plus. It's not like he was. It's not
Damn,
like he was.
that's how good he
He was
was.
still giving like 25, 30 plus. He was still had some juice. It's just that they just fell short though.
Yep,
Yeah.
and came
But you
back
know
and
what I like
and
about
came
that, G
back
Money?
and came back and
Yeah, P.
swept Miami.
You know
They
what I like
swept
about that? He
Magic,
didn't make
Magic. Yeah, P.
Magic. Yeah.
yeah, he didn't make any excuses. He just said, "Hey, we got to get better."
We just
He came back the
he
next
just didn't
season,
get
got better.
he just didn't get it
He
done.
didn't,
But, but see,
yeah,
I'm
but
glad you brought.
he didn't blame his teammates. He didn't throw them under the
No.
bus. He didn't move the narrative. He just went back to the gym and got back in basketball shape, and that was it.
Right. Mm-hmm. I've
And what
always
he do
just
the
said
next
this.
season? Did he
He,
beat Orlando? He swept him, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
he
Yeah, he
swept them in the
swept.
conference final. Yeah, the Bulls swept them. Yeah, and he won the
Okay then.
title. Yeah.
Yeah, the
No, I
Bulls
know,
swept
but
them.
what I'm
Yeah, they
trying to
swept them.
say,
Okay.
I know that, but what I'm trying to say is that I don't use the whole if he had played in 94 and 95, the Bulls would have won. I don't know that for sure. I mean, he played in 95. In 94, I believe this, right? If Jordan had played, I do think the Bulls would have won the title. But 95, even if he had even a full season, I think the Rockets would have been the Bulls, to be honest. Because remember, Chicago,
Oh,
Nah, I don't
no,
believe that.
95,
listen.
95.
I feel like that be
95.
probably Michael's. Hold
With
on, hold
Clyde
on.
Drexler on that team, yeah. With
I feel
Clyde
like
Drexler on
hold on.
that team,
Oh, yeah. I feel like that'd be Michael Jordan's probably one of his toughest finals, if you ask me, because you got Akeem Olajuwon and Clyde. Come on,
So I see.
either both
Listen,
players.
I've seen clips of
But I
Jordan
still got MJ. I still got MJ
destroy.
winning.
I seen Jordan. I seen clips of Jordan go against Hakeem Olajuwon and Houston Rockets, bro, and they
they
couldn't
both
even
had.
stop Jordan.
I,
They
I
They
couldn't.
couldn't stop
understand that,
Akeem
but
either.
MJ's not being I understand that, but MJ's not being the Rockets by himself. The Rockets had shooting like Big Shot Bob. You also had the Jet. You also had Mario
Okay,
Ellie.
so
You had
what was
other
the
shooters.
Rockets? So what was the Rockets in '96 and '97, '98? Where was
I
Hakeem
admit they
Olajuwon?
lost. They lost in the playoffs. I'm not ignoring that. I'm just saying that in 95, when they're in their primes, the Rockets still had not only a great offense, but a great defense.
I would have to see that. I seen clips of Jordan giving them business.
But it's
Hakeem
not just
Olajuwon.
MJ. That's an understanding. Yes. Look, 94, the Bulls win in 94. I'm not arguing that year. But 95 with Clyde, remember, if hypothetically the Bulls win in 94, Chicago would have to 5-peat. Do you know how tired that team would have been playing against Houston? And
Yeah,
also, it's hard. And also, it's hard to beat the same team back-to-back years, though.
Right.
yeah. The dog
Hey,
Jordan
no,
the
Michael
Bulls did
Jordan
it.
did it against Utah. What you mean?
I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. And yeah, I know he beat him in. I know they beat him in '98, but remember the Bulls had Dennis Rodman too in that though. In
Yeah, it was a
'95, remember Horace Grant was gone. He was in Orlando. What center did they
okay.
really have to contain the King? Think about that.
But
In '95,
I personally don't think Hakeem Olajuwon. By looking at that damn game, I'm like, really? Like Jordan's blowing past these guys. Like I'm looking at the clips, man.
so
When it
Hey,
was,
MJ by
G
himself
Money.
is being the Rockets in '95. What?
I'm
G
not saying
Money.
by himself. Like, it's a team sport. I'm not saying he's
G
Yeah,
beating
Money.
P.
by himself, but I don't see
G
them
Money.
Yeah,
beating
Zach
P.
said
on
the
the Bulls
Warriors
game
gonna
7.
repeat.
They're not gonna repeat.
Yes, the
Now, I
Warriors
was
will
wrong
repeat.
last year.
Who beat him now?
Boston, Boston.
G Money, G Money,
Boston could
G
beat
Money.
Golden
You know
State
what
next
happened
year.
last year? G Money, you know what
I
happened this
admit
Memphis.
I
season?
was wrong last year, but the C's are deeper this year. You also have the LA Clippers, assuming
G
health, they can
Money,
compete with the Warriors.
G Money. You
We're
got
going.
the
We're
Memphis,
going by.
Warriors. I
We're
still
going
got
by
the
what
Warriors.
ifs. We're going
I
by
still
what
got
ifs.
the
I'm just
Warriors.
going for what
G
I
Money.
saw how they
Let me
played.
put some
I'm
money up.
going by reality. I'm
We
going
can
by
put
how
money
they
up right now.
played.
You and me, G
I'm
Money.
telling you reality. The Rockets would have killed the Bulls in the paint. I'm telling you reality. And the Rockets
Hey, yo, check
had
this
one of
out
the best
though.
That's a
defenses
What
in
what
the
about
if.
league.
Memphis?
That's a what
That's
if.
Memphis
not
give
a
the
what
Warriors
if. A
problems.
team would have killed the Bulls in the paint. Who's gonna stop them in '95? Tell me.
You know like the Bulls. You mean Jordan the Bulls and Sky Pippen the one that able to stop him?
Hakeem in the paint. I'm not saying Hakeem
No,
is Shaq. He's not.
I've
But
seen the games. A couple of clips of
bro,
it.
I
Kim
watched
Olajuwon
the
couldn't
game.
stop
Hakeem can
Jordan.
hit mid. Again, you think it's just MJ. Look. I like Michael Jordan, and I think he's the GOAT. But I'm going to be objective. He played in '95. They couldn't stop Shaq in the paint. What are they going to do with a prime Hakeem who can drop step, floater, mid range? This is same Hakeem that was outdueling the MVP David Robinson. The same team
Okay,
that
but
destroyed Shaq.
you saying they could beat them.
Hakeem's one of the best post-up players in NBA history.
And
Yeah,
he
I
can
know. I
shoot
like Kim
exactly. And he can
Olajuwon.
shoot mid range too. And the Rockets had deep. Remember, they added Clyde Drexler. I understand they underachieved in the regular season, but in the playoffs, they were one of the best clutch teams in the NBA. That's
Yeah,
why
but
I'm saying
you're basing on what you think that could
it's
happen.
factual evidence. The Rockets are one of the best clutch teams in the NBA. That's factual.
To say that people assumed the Knicks was going to beat the Bulls and all of that stuff, and we saw how that went. When John
I was
Okay,
one
but
of
Starks and
those
all that.
people. Yo,
John
Jay, I was
Starks.
one of those people. I was rooting for the Knicks. I was like, yo, we got Michael Jordan, and he keep
uh,
hurting us every damn time.
Yep.
him and Pippen,
Yes,
him
and I
Pippen,
mean, everybody
Bird,
was on
Kukoc,
the Knicks, and the Knicks was gonna stop
and
joining the
Rodman. The
Bulls.
whole Bulls team owned the Knicks. Him,
Yeah.
Pippen, Grant, Armstrong, Rodman. Can I keep
Hey, yo,
going? Kukoc. Yeah.
G-Buddy, remember in '92 where we had a home court advantage over them? We had them. We was up in the series. We going to New York in Game 5, and you know what happened? Smith, stop.
You
stop,
meant 93.
stop.
That was 93, actually. That was 93. That was 93.
93, yeah, sorry, 93.
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
got
God.
he was in a straight jacket and he got bullied.
Yeah, man.
Well, like I said, after MJ retired, that's when Dude started winning, and and plus Kim Olajuwon was what,
MJ
two-time
came back in
champion.
95. Why? I don't know why you don't accept that. MJ came
I
back
know he came
in
back at
95 and
95.
lost.
I know that. And
So it's
three-peated.
factual. So you can't keep saying, "Oh, if MJ came back, they would have eight-peated." No, 94, I could give you that, but 95, the reality was the Rockets were one of the best road teams also in the league. They won 3 times in San Antonio, one in Utah, one in
I
Phoenix.
forgot
In
what's
fact,
his
they
name
were
brought
down.
that up.
No. I'm
What's his
giving
name
you
from
factual
TNT?
evidence. In fact, they were down 3-1 to Phoenix and won
Yo,
twice in
G-Money, you know
Phoenix.
that Bulls team in '95 was trash until Jordan came back too.
They were mediocre at best. Yeah, mediocre.
Yeah, they were barely making the playoffs. They needed
And
help back.
and that is my point why they
That's
would have
what
lost in 95. That's my point why they would have lost anyway to the
that's when they had
Rockets.
Scottie Pippen and all of that. That's just
And
Listen,
also the Bulls didn't
the
have
team
a
would
true
average a good
center.
50 on the Bulls.
Yeah,
if you
but
ask
that
me.
fact is, Kim Olajuwon, you
40,
said Rockets
30,
didn't
I'm not
win
saying that
in
50. I'm not
96 and
saying
97,
that. They probably
98.
was like 25, 30 plus around
Because
that.
you talk about 1 year could have won, but all the rest of the other years they didn't even win. The Houston Rockets.
I admit
They didn't win
they
all the other
lost.
years.
I admit, but let's not act that the Rockets were a bum ass team. I
Nah,
understand
they're
they
not a bum team. I know LeBron fans will come there. I told you win against plumbers. I told you Jordan played against plumbers.
Okay,
Yeah.
P, I want to ask you a question. If the Bulls were in
What's
the finals in 95, 94, we can agree the Bulls probably beat the Rockets, but 95, hypothetically, if Chicago plays Houston in 95, after coming off a 4-peat, do you really think they'll have enough juice in the tank to beat Houston for the second straight year and get a 5-peat? I say no.
Money, that's a fantastic question. I don't really know. I mean, if we're gonna
See me, I don't even know either. Yeah.
if
We
we're gonna
just
assume
assume.
that if we're gonna assume Horace Grant is not on the team,
He
the
was
team is
gone. He
older.
was gone. He was in Orlando. That's
Yeah,
factual.
yeah.
He was in Orlando.
Yeah, the team is declining. I don't know.
And Rodman didn't come until 96, so just keep using Dennis
Exactly.
Rodman's
That's my point.
rebounding, and all this other stuff. So we don't know. We like Prince said, we don't know.
Bro.
Just like Golden State, you would bring up. We didn't know Golden State was gonna go to the finals and win. Nobody had them win. Nobody knew it, right, Prince? Nobody knew Golden State was gonna go to the finals. We thought somebody else was going. Everybody was like, Giannis.
Here's the thing about that, though. If Jordan was playing in 95, never retired, we don't know if Horace Grant even still leaves the team. Maybe he doesn't leave if Jordan's still there.
We don't know.
Maybe they get a replacement for Horace Grant. I don't know.
But what? But what? But what would they get though? For what? What would they get?
That's the thing. We don't know.
You can't just say that.
Don't know.
Yeah.
You can't. Okay, but let's assume Jordan. Okay, but let's say in 95 the Bulls still go to the finals. Let's say they beat the Magic, they beat the Pacers, they play the Rockets. I'm asking you, who would have won? Just make a guess. I say Rockets. In 95 now with Clyde Drexler.
95. Oh man, that's a tough one. I really don't know, man. I mean,
you could give an
you could give an edge to the Rockets because they just won one champion. But no, they won. They would have lost in 94 then, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't
Man.
know. I don't
I
know.
would tell you this much.
I don't put
5
anything against MJ. MJ always finds a way to win with his team.
But look, check this out though.
He
5
didn't beat Orlando
championships.
95. I mean, I love
5
MJ. MJ's the go, but he didn't beat Orlando 95.
Exactly. But
Yeah,
yo,
you're
5
right.
championships. 5 championships is a hard thing to do. And Jordan
Exactly.
would have been
In a row. We're talking
Yeah,
about in a
Three-piece, yeah,
row.
the three-piece, yeah, the three-piece, the 2 separate three-piece, yeah.
So I don't know, man. You know, if he never left basketball, he would have been in basketball shape. That's for sure.
But
He
remember,
was
his
in
dad
basketball
was
shape in
murdered. His
95. He
dad,
averaged like 25 to 30 plus, though.
when people
Again,
keep
I love
forgetting Jordan's dad was murdered. That's why he retired. They keep forgetting that. I don't know why
No,
the
I
media
know
act
that.
like-
I know that. I know that. I'm not ignoring that. I know that. Rest in peace to his dad. But the facts are he still give you like 20 plus and close to 30 and 95. It's not like he was a scrub when he came back. He was still good.
Yeah. But I'm glad you brought that up because that proves my point. I was telling these LeBron fans, like, you know, Jordan played against scrubs, according to LeBron fans. He played against plumbers. And
But
LeBron
you know
has
what
more
made
competition.
Jordan? You know the
That's
thing
the
that made
argument.
Jordan so special? He
What?
was always not considered to be Michael. We didn't know Jordan would be Michael Jordan. He wasn't even the number 1 draft.
And I
We would
agree
just
with
look at him
I agree with Lamont. Lamont has a point. MJ was in basketball shape in 95. I agree. He was.
okay? I mean, we don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. I would give probably an edge to the Rockets just because that would have been the Bulls' 5th year going to the NBA Finals. So I mean that takes
It's kind of hard, right? Yeah.
So I mean,
Because he said, he brings up the whole Magic thing. Then you have to face these guys. What he able to, the team, the supporting, he keeps using supporting cast that Jordan has. Who's gonna stop this guy, that guy? It's gonna be like Jordan versus the Celtics in the 80s. I think that's what he's, even though with Scottie Pippen, it's gonna be like when Jordan dropped 63 on the Celtics, because remember that.
Right.
And
Hey,
he dropped 63.
Yo, Jay, I'm about to get up out of here. I had to head out now. But
Oh, okay.
Salute to y'all though, man. That was a good that was a good question, good debates that you guys brought up, man. I'm gonna have to probably look into that a little more and just relive that whole year again.
Yeah, just like the what?
Let's take me back to memory lane a little bit. 1995, man. You know.
Yo, listen, there'd be some LeBron fans think Jordan can't survive in this era. That's why I'm just like, really? He can't survive in this era, but LeBron can survive in his era.
Yeah, before we head out of here, you got Black Panther in your profile pic. Y'all, are you a fan of the movie?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Or you gonna watch the new one? I take it. It come out this November.
Yeah, I'll check it out. It's something different. At least it's different, man. Steph's seen the same thing. Spider-Man, Superman, the same thing. Like, well, no, Spider-Man movie, Prince. Oh, yeah, another one? You know what I'm saying? Like, something at least different with like a black superhero movie with different story, different concept, futuristic shit. Well, Spider-Man, you just know they're gonna come with another Spider-Man movie. And how old we are? We're gonna be like 50 years old, like Prince, man. I'm 51 years old. They got another Spider-Man movie coming out, bro.
All right. But yo, man, y'all take it easy, man. Y'all be safe over there. Peace.
All right, man.
All right.
Peace.
Peace. Shout out to FYF Sports. Sorry I couldn't talk to you this longer. We came on a little late, man. We about to head up out of here. But salute to you too, brother. Long time no hair, man. That's my homie right there, man. Peace. We out.